Someone is smiling at you right now. Warm smile, kind words, and something in your chest is bracing. That is not anxiety. That is your nervous system reading a threat your brain has not named yet. By the end of this, you will name it. And once you can name it, it stops working. What you are feeling is manipulation. Not the movie kind. Not the villain who announces himself. The real kind. The kind that wears concern like a mask and uses your own decency as the weapon. It is quiet. It is patient. And it is built so that when it works, you blame yourself. Here are the 7 signs. Watch for number 5. That is the one people miss for years. Sign 1. The goalposts move. You do the thing. You deliver. And somehow it is never the thing. You stayed late to finish what they called urgent. Next morning, no thanks. Just that you should have stayed later. Or you did it wrong. Or you only did it to look good. The bar moves the second you clear it. Because a satisfied person is a person who can leave, and they cannot have that. The moving goalpost is a leash disguised as a standard. Sign 2. They make you feel lucky to be tolerated. Never loud. Never cruel. Just a smile and a sentence. You are wearing that. Bless your heart, you really tried. Each one small enough that objecting makes you look sensitive. That is the design. 1,000 tiny cuts, each one deniable. By the 100th, you have stopped sharing your wins, because you learned they will find the crack in every one. Think of the dinner where you mentioned the promotion. The pause. Then, small smile. I thought they were cutting that team. One line. Your stomach drops. You do not bring up work again. You are shrinking. And you are thanking them for the room. Sign 3. Concern that is surveillance. Where were you? Who was you with? Why so long? Why did you not pick up? All said soft, with worry in the voice, so it reads as love. Here is how you tell love from control. Give a clean, true answer. A person who loves you is done. A person who is controlling is not, because the answer was never the point. The point was making you report, and report, and report, until reporting is just how you breathe. You come home 15 minutes late. Not even where were you? Just a look, and the question underneath it. You find yourself narrating your day before anyone asks. That is the moment you know. You are managing them, not living. Sign 4. Guilt as currency. Every favor they do is a deposit they plan to withdraw. After all I have done for you. If you really cared, you would. Every no you try to set arrives already in debt. So you pay, not because anyone forced you, because they made refusing feel like cruelty, and you are not cruel. That is the trap. They weaponize the one thing you are proud of, that you are decent, and they bill you for it. They lent you money once, 6 months ago, and you paid it back. It still walks back into the room. The moment you need to say no, there it is. You feel it land before they finish the sentence. Sign 5. The one people miss for years. They rewrite your memory. You remember it one way. They remember another. And slowly, you start to trust their version over yours. Maybe you are too sensitive. Maybe you misunderstood. They will say, with total certainty, that you said something you never said, agreed to something you never agreed to, that the fight never happened the way you recall. This is not a disagreement. This is a takeover. Every time you concede to keep the peace, you hand them a piece of your reality, until one day you look up and you are not sure of anything you remember. That is the goal. A person who doubts their own memory will doubt everything, including the need to leave. Sign 6. Silence as a weapon. Not the easy silence between safe people. The cold one. The days-long freeze with no explanation, until you crack and apologize for something you cannot even name. You replay the day. You draft the message. You reach out first. Every time. Notice who breaks the silence. If it is always you, that silence was not a mood. It was a method. It taught you that their absence is unbearable, so you will trade anything, even a boundary you just set, to close the gap. It is your birthday, and they go quiet. Not angry quiet. Gone. No call, no text. When you finally ask what is wrong, the answer is nothing, in the tone that means everything. You spend the night apologizing for a thing they will not name. Sign 7. The clearest test there is. They reward compliance and punish limits. Agree with them, say yes, and feel how warm they go. Set one boundary, say one no, and feel the temperature drop like a door closing. A person who loves you can be disappointed and still stay warm. A manipulator punishes the no, Because to them, your compliance is the relationship. Your limits are not respected. They are waited out. They know that if they stay cold long enough, you will tire of the chill and come back with the line already erased. Why does this keep working on you specifically? Because you bring it the fuel. Intermittent reinforcement. They are not cruel all the time. They are kind just often enough, and never when you expect it. So you keep chasing the warm version, convinced if you just get it right, it will stay. Consistent cruelty is easy to leave. It is the sometimes wonderful ones who are impossible to leave, because you are not addicted to them. You are addicted to the hope of them. Then shame. They have trained you to believe the problem is you, your sensitivity, your ingratitude. A shamed person does not push back. They apologize. And the apology is collected like a receipt. Then sunk cost. The more it costs you, the harder it is to see clearly, because seeing clearly means admitting what it cost. So you stay, and you explain, and you wait for the person you first met to come back. That person was never real. That was the bait. It is 2 a.m, and you are rewriting the day in your head, hunting for the thing you did wrong. You are doing their work for them. The jury in your head is theirs, and you are the defendant who cannot find a lawyer. So the counter. 3 moves, cold and fast. 1. Name it to yourself, not to them. This is a moving goalpost. This is a guilt bill. This is a rewrite. The fog lifts the second you label it. You are not arguing. You are reading a tag. 2. Return the question. Where were you? Calmly. Why do you need to know? After all I have done. Calmly. Are you telling me I owe you this? They expect you to defend. A question back moves the spotlight onto them, and they do not hold up under it. 3. Set one small no and watch. The reaction is the only honest thing they have shown you. Disappointment that stays warm is safe. Punishment, withdrawal, or sudden charm the moment you start to slip, that is the pattern. Trust the pattern, not the apology that follows it. One line to keep. They did not choose you because you are weak. They chose you because you are decent, generous, and you give the benefit of the doubt. You do not have to kill those things. You just have to stop feeding them to someone who charges you for taking them. If that landed, subscribe. One new video every day? The next one breaks down what a person's silence actually means. I will see you there.